Oh, it's huge. I mean, it's worldwide. It's been worldwide for decades now.
Freudenberg with the flush. Give Mussini the assist.
So there's going to be scouts virtually everywhere in the world.
Ali Begovic. Oh, that's what he likes.
There's international flavor everywhere. I marvel at our teams at St. John's, from fencing to track and field to basketball to volleyball.
Mussini left alone. Knocks it down.
It used to be where you were worried about a kid from Kansas, but now you're going over to Germany, you're going over to Africa.
Good size as well as 6'4". Yahweh rocks the rim.
The game is really global. Now, you can get a player from anywhere.
You look at our team and the blend of personalities, the blend of races, cultures.
Down to one. Mussini gets it off, and it's going to go, and he is fouled.
When we're down there in the lines at 94 feet, nothing else matters.
Good move by Sun Yahweh.
You're really trying to build a bond and trying to build a unit. And I think, sports in general brings everyone together.
Welcoming the team to the Hall of Fame are three members of the 1960 U.S. Olympic team. Ladies and gentlemen, the gold medal winning 1992 Dream Team.
It had a huge impact. If you just talk to those players now who, are getting a little older, but you talk about Pau Gasol, a lot of those kids around his age, that was the first time they actually were up close and personal to the NBA game. It's kind of like when you have a dream, and it's a distant dream, but when you can actually get close to it, almost see it and touch it, I think it brought those players closer to reality that this could be a dream come true.
Oh my, look at Marciulionis' move behind the back.
In my mind anyway, one of the best and first international players was Šarūnas Marciulionis. In general, European players were known as jump shooters and a little bit soft, and Šarūnas came over, was actually really rugged, loved to drive the ball, and was very physical.
I played with Šarūnas Marciulionis. Played against a lot of guys, definitely in the Olympics in 1988. When you play against European teams, these guys overseas play since they were 13 years old all the way up, and sometimes they go pro at 17. But they have that bond that they create, and they kind of understand each other's games. And maybe you don't have to hang with them off the court, but you have a friendship on the court, and that's what's bringing the players together.
Coming to America, I see that everything is more fast-paced, everything is more like athletic, more dynamic.
Back in Italy, it's more about like set plays and try to work to find the best choice,
Where I'm come from, we tough there, Africa, we're known as being athletic, not like shooters like Richard, who's from Germany,
Obviously, it's a different style of basketball in Europe and here. Two different styles learn from each other. Like you have the Spurs.
The San Antonio Spurs.
The Spurs,
I think, play a little bit more European than other teams. And then in Europe, you have some teams who bring in American people and they impact the European game with an American type.
Anybody who says that the NBA is teaching everyone else how to play hasn't really been studying it. International play has been impacting the NBA the last 10, 15 years more than people know. Every single one of those coaches, there's 30 NBA teams, I will tell you, have somebody on their staff who is watching international basketball. Not just for talent, but for schemes and tactical work.
I have an American passport. I grew up in Italy, and my parents are from Bosnia, so the war was going on while my dad was trying to succeed, He was able to get out of the Bosnia, our country, and go to Slovenia and play over there and finally make it to get recruited for Oregon State, That's what got my dad, I wouldn't say saved him, but that's what got him out of it.
Being in Africa, you don't get that much opportunity. Here, it's like, when you're playing good, people are gonna see you, You're gonna be on the internet, social media, everywhere. But in Africa, you're not gonna get that chance, I understand that basketball can change my life.
It's a lot of fun to watch players come over here to translate their game into our game. You're broadening the experiences, not only that your players are getting that are coming over here internationally, but also the kids that you have on your team from the States, because you're giving them a different experience.
Growing up in New York City, it didn't really matter your color, creed, You know, ethnicity didn't matter. If you could play, you could play.
I mean, if you're in one team, you're all a family, and like we're all brothers. It doesn't matter which race you are and which God you believe.
When you step on the court, it doesn't matter if what race or what religion, we're together on the court. We're going to be together off it too.
We are breaking down the barriers. We are stretching the limits of what culture tells us we can't do, of who can't be together, who can't get along.
Once you build a team, it doesn't really, you don't really look at what skin color the guy is, where he's from. You're really trying to build a bond and trying to build a unit. Sports, in general, brings everyone together.
Respect is respect. And sports is a great, it's always been, a tool to break down barriers.